Morning and welcome to the Skeinz Diaries from Skeinz office. Everyone's in and out. As you can see, I look like a wreck. No makeup, no lippy. We are in full epic sale preparation as I speak. Like epic sale preparation, beyond epic sale preparation, beyond epic sale preparation. So welcome along. It's episode 309. And yes, today's going to be short and sweet. Thursday, 7th of March, because it is all on here from Saturday. Well, it's all on here right now in preparations. In case you haven't heard, our epic sale starts on Saturday. I know for those, there's always one that hasn't heard. I'm sorry, we did not get the aeroplane banner sign right. Good morning, everybody. Up in the aeroplanes for everybody. But there you go. Yes, it is full noise, and it is going to be our biggest epic sale ever, because obviously with the changes that we have with the separation of church and state between us and the mill, we have got so much yarn. I'm literally sitting, I've got two screens here, this one and this one. On this one, I'm madly trying to get all the email up for you at midnight on Saturday night, which is like Friday night, Saturday morning. Yeah. Oh, good morning, everyone. It's so good to see everyone. Seriously, we don't know whether we're coming or going here. Right, first news first, most important news first, especially for our locals out there, and I see there are a few there this morning. We will not be open tomorrow. Okay, it's not open tomorrow. And that is because we made the call. It's sort of progressively, as the week's gone on, it's progressively gotten quieter because everyone knows the epic sale is coming. And we've been clearing, the shop's actually quite empty because we're getting the shop ready for sale. We've got a lot of things that are going to be only going in the shop that are not going to be online because they're in smaller amounts. There are lots of little fiddly bits and pieces. They've been doing cleanups over at the mill. We've got weird, I'm going to be rude, we've got weird and wonderful shit turning up every day. And it's like, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? So we're wanting to give ourselves some time to sort through that and get that sorted for tomorrow. And it just, traditionally what we've done is we've had our opening hours, and then the girls are here until about 9-10 o'clock at night the night before for Saturday morning opening, and it's, and the day's been relatively quiet. So we just thought, no, we're going to close the shop so the team can get it all done during the day. And then myself, Veronica, Hugo, dragging my son and Hugo, and Stacey, our Saturday girl, will all be here Saturday for you for epic sale opening, and then sort of usual hours really from Monday. Online, we are going live, as I said, midnight Friday. So that's Saturday morning, 12 a.m. Saturday morning, which of course is midnight Friday night. So that's not midnight tonight, midnight tomorrow night, and it'll be all on. Not everything, if you've seen the lookbook and you've thought, and I've had lots of positive comments on the lookbook, not everything in the sale is in that lookbook. That literally is only a tiny little soupçon of what's going to be in the sale. Seriously, it's about probably 10% of what's in the sale. If I put everything in there, the lookbook would be so freaking big that I wouldn't be able to upload it. But it just I wanted to give you an idea of existing ranges that have got really, that are going to be in there. Some new stuff that's going to be in there. Some of the pricing, you are going to be going, what? And I'm going to tell you one of those pricings actually from that lookbook. You saw the Cascade price, right? That was $7.95. That was the one price I put in there. That's 66% off its everyday price. The other price I'm going to tell you about, and I'm going to announce it now because that's how I'm feeling. The Mahana Naturals 4-plies and 8-plies, you saw that was in there, so you knew that it was going to be in sale. Those are all clearing at $2.95. It's going to be below cost, well below cost. Out the door, they're going. We need them gone. They've just got to go. So they will be amazing. So definitely you need to log on and have a look. As I said, I'm preparing the email now to go out at midnight, and then I'll reschedule it again probably earlier in the morning. As I may have said on Monday, the nice thing is we do have some depth on some stock, which is great. But I've got Epic Sale Troubleshooting, and I'm going to run this through. I've done the tips. You'll get the tips again. Will come back out. I think I sent that back. I've got that going out on another email tomorrow for you, the tips and tricks. But I just want to run through some troubleshooting and some of these tips and tricks again, because I can't emphasize enough some of these. And it does, and not, honestly, having done the desk and done so many Epic sales now, it is the same issues that keep cropping up. And there's only so much that we can do. So the biggest thing is the website. We've spoken to our internet provider, our website provider, our what we call our content management system provider, warehousing provider. They've all beefed up bandwidth to try and help prevent the website from getting sluggish. So we've done everything we possibly can, but the reality of it is you guys are just in there, and honestly, Epic Sale when it opens is a little bit like buying concert tickets. Things can get a little bit funky dunky, so you just need to be patient. One of the things you can do, and I really suggest you guys do this tomorrow. So have a good look, do a lot of your preparation today, right? Do a lot of preparation today. Have a look at some just things that you think you might want, or at least give yourself no quantities of what you need, what you roughly need for baby garments, what you roughly need for a DK adult garment, what you roughly need for a children's garment. So you know volumes, whether it be meterages or grammages. So you've got an idea. Then when we go live and you can see all the prices, because there's a lot of stuff that you can't pre-browse this year. Okay, you just can't, because it's brand spanking new. So when you jump in there or you get your email to have a look, you will then be able to see what's there. Some things will not be arriving, like for example, things that were in the lookbook won't be actually going up until later in the week or even the following week. Most everything will be going out by the time we hit the middle of the second week. Almost everything will be out. I know there's a couple of things that are coming in later or moving out later. We're gonna put pretty much anything that doesn't have its own category page will be in the sale page. If it has its own category, I'm doing little buttons on the email going out for Saturday for their category pages, so you can have a look there and see what's there. So that will make your life easy. We will start moving stock over, particularly if it's core range stock. We're going to start moving some of that stock over into the sale page. Not all core stock will go in there, but there'll be things that will go into that sale page that are sitting probably in the Skeinz original page. They will be moved over into that sale page probably on Friday. So you can sort of see what's going to be in there, but they're not going to be at their sale prices. They're going to be at their everyday prices. So here's one of the first things. Do not preload your cart, people. Preloading your cart means that the stock goes into the cart and the algorithm that changes the price of promotion can't get at it when it's in the cart. So you cannot preload your carts. Do not preload your carts. I cannot emphasize that enough. So that is thing number one. The other thing to do tomorrow, which is what I was getting around to saying before, is once you've figured out your quantities and bits and bobs, I would do tomorrow evening a full device restart. And I'm not talking just putting it to sleep. I'm talking powering that puppy down, whether it be a telephone or a tablet or your laptop, actually powering it right down and then doing a full power up again. Because any little cookies that are lodged using your browsers in there will be refreshed by doing that. And that is the number one thing that stops sale prices from showing. And people will say to us, oh, it's not showing. You haven't put the sale price on XYZ yarn. And at our end, it's showing, but it's not on yours. And that is why. So it's really important that you do that. Or if you have that happen, you will need to go and do a full device restart to make sure that will clear that issue. And failing that, if that doesn't work, try a different web browser. So if you use Chrome, jump to Edge. If you use Edge, go to Chrome. If you use neither of those are working, try Brave or Safari or whatever it is. If you just need to, it's the little crumbs that they put to hold on to memory to make your loading of the page faster that can create the problem and stop those promotional prices uploading. So those are two of the key issues that we get all the time. No bank deposit. I mean, we haven't had bank deposit for a while, so you guys will be used to this, but we do get this question every year because we only have some people that shop epic sale to epic sale. We just can't do it. We've tried in the sense, but the problem being is so many people will do bank deposit and then they forget to make payments, and just the time that it takes to chase those payments up and trying to track them down. And the way our ordering system works is that we have to hold those orders until payments clear, and it just literally gums up the works for everybody else. So if you're somebody that uses bank deposit, look at an alternative source of payment, whether that be lay-by or whether that be someone else that has a card, but we take credit or debit cards, Visa debit. For example, that's the transactional work that we can do. What else do we have in the troubleshooting? Delays. Now we're working really hard not to have delays. But last year, I think it took us something like just over a week to clear the orders from day one. Okay, that's just from day one. Day one is usually 9 times out of 10, more than 50% of orders for all of the epic sale gets placed on the first day. So if you place your order on Saturday, don't be alarmed that it may not get dispatched until quite a ways later. And that is because we do it chronologically. So from midnight, I mean, I think it took us something like 3 days just to get from midnight to 6 a.m. last year. Okay, so it does take time. If you start after about 3 or 4 days, we start receiving the "Where are my order" emails. I'm going to say this in a loving way. We will be ignoring those. We just will not address them, especially in that first week. I've put 7 to 10 working days before your order is dispatched. The other thing to be aware, the way our system works, and we don't control the system, but the way our system works is that when we have sucked the order down for what we call a picking list, and it comes down, so we start picking the yarn to start packing your order, you will get an email to say that your email has been shipped. So that means it's shipped from the online system to the warehouse. It's been shipped to the warehouse for packing, and then from there it will get scanned and dispatched, and you should get another confirmation to say that it has left us. So usually, in an ideal world, when you order from us, that shipping email and the confirmation scanning email are always on the same day, often within hours, if not minutes, of each other, right? Because we're picking and packing as we go in a day. During epic sale, we can actually have it where those days can pass, because we are picking orders and having them all well prepared ahead of time to the packing, scanning, and picking up by dispatch. So if you get when you have a shipping email or a shipped email, don't think that doesn't mean it's left us. That means it's been picked and it's in process. It could still be another few days before it actually gets scanned and out on the courier. So just so you're aware on that, because we get a volume of emails saying, but it says it's shipped and I can't track it and I don't have a tracking email. Again, all those emails will be ignored. Just saying. Not that we don't love you, but we literally have a finite number of people, and our number one priority is making sure that your orders get picked, packed, and dispatched in a timely manner, or we're serving you out the front in the shop. Just saying. What else to let you know? This is a huge one, and we get this in normal times, and we don't do it in normal times, but it spikes during epic sale. Is we can't combine orders. because all our orders, when they come through, they're numeric. We don't have names on them. So they're literally numeric orders that come through with a numeric order with stock and an amount, and that's it. That's how it runs through. There's no names. We don't see who they are, and they don't get joined together until right at the very end. We are receiving thousands of orders. So if you placed an order at 12:10 and then you thought, oh shit, I forgot this, I need to place something else, and you place a second order at 12:30, well, there could be 300 orders between your first order and your second order. And it is just not physically possible for us to marry those two orders together. We just can't. It just is so busy because they could be in 2 or 3 different picking lists from each other, and we just can't do it. So if that happens, my advice is just, if you've forgotten something in your first order, tie ho for a time. Wait for a day or two. I've got dates here, so I can tell you I've got more. We've got the epic sale opening on the 9th. I've got more yarn coming in on the 11th. I've got 2 lots coming in on the 12th, 2 lots coming in on the 13th, another 2 lots on the 14th, 1 lot on the 15th, and 3 lots on the 18th of March. So this is our delivery schedule from the mill. Right, so there will be new yarns coming. So if you've, and this, I really do recommend this, is if you've ordered something, you think, oh, I haven't ordered enough of that, or I need more of that, or buggery bollocks, just hold fire until one of those other days and see what turns up, and then you think, oh, I'll grab that, and then add what you've forgotten to that order, and then that way, you're actually making the most of your delivery. So that is what I would suggest with that. So we just can't do it. Online orders can't be combined. If you're picking up in store, if you're local or you're visiting, you're going to be visiting in store. Again, we've actually asked for the same 7 to 10 working days, because we just, particularly on that opening day, and a lot of the locals in here will know, is that, those orders were staggered when they came in, and a lot of locals will make multiple orders. So we're quite happy if you're coming in to browse and have a look at other things. We'll check the cupboard, see, we actually set up a big table out the back. We'll check the table to see if your order's there. If it's not, that it will be rolling through at some time. But they roll through in the same pace as all the online orders. So 7 to 10 days for dispatch for online, same goes for collect in store. The nice thing about collect in store is that we know that particularly if you're traveling and you're coming to visit or what have you, that if it's going to be a few weeks before you're here, or you know that you're going to be in Napier in the next month or so, we'll happily hold on to your order until then. We don't expect you to be here within the sale period to collect your order. If it's, if you're like coming for Easter, for example, we're open that Easter Saturday. If you're going to be here for Easter and you want to pick up your order Easter Saturday, happy to send your order Easter Saturday. So pick up your orders Easter Saturday. That's no worries whatsoever. So you are most welcome to do that. Karen's asking, is international postage with DHL still the same? I know, yes. So literally, Claire, it's one of the things Claire's been looking into at the moment, is essentially the DHL. I think she might be making some alterations to that, but she's also looking at a second option, Karen, to add for sale. She's actually literally chasing them on that. So you just carry on as usual with it. If you see no changes, it's because we haven't had information come through, and when we do, that will sort of tink up a bit. But at the moment, it's unchanged. But that's on her very, very long list for today. Very long list for today. What else do I have to tell you? We have now got someone coming over from the mill to man the customer service desk. However, there's 2 caveats on that. They're coming over from the mill, which means that they're not one of our call staff. So they are going to be doing what they normally do in admin over there on site here. So they will be answering the phones and stuff. We're going to be running through online orders with them, so they can take phone orders, but just be patient because there's only one of them. And if you've ever been, again, epic sale in here, the phone never stops ringing and it's quite crazy. So just be patient on getting emails returned, or getting phone or getting through on the phone. It can. So whilst we will have someone here now, which we've only just got that notification this morning, it's pretty hectic, especially those first few days. I can tell you that Saturday it's uncertain whether we'll have someone answering the phone on Saturday. So when it comes to those troubleshooting, there'll be troubleshooting in the email you get Saturday. Please try all of that before you go straight to the email or straight to the phone, because honestly, we do not literally have the bodies on the ground to be able to answer them. It's just the way, it's just the reality of it, really. What else do we have to, make sure we can't alter orders. So once you've made your order, we can't alter it, right? So once it's in, we can't change it. We can't, we just can't. All right, so if you've made a tremendous boo-boo and you're like, oh, I've made such a boo-boo, I've ordered the wrong thing or the wrong ply or whatever it may be, do send us an email and let us know, but do allow us some time to get back to you on that. And generally what we'll probably do is cancel the entire order, but it depends. So really do be very, very, very careful about placing your orders and getting it right the first time, because we can't just fix it as quickly as what we normally would in everyday circumstances. God, I sound like such a downer, but I just want to be realistic because it just turns so crazy here. Oversold items, that does happen. Now we have actually instituted a new, our techies, our little boffins, the people that, with the pointy, the glasses in the back room, have actually, before we've always had, in terms of our shop and our warehouse stock, what we call a fence. They've always been ring fence with a fence and a corral, but that corral can get a bit leaky. And what we were finding is some, that we would oversell because the volumes were so great, and they would take things from the shop and that's already sold in the shop, and it would just be a thing. They have now put up a high-walled garden around the shop. So fingers crossed, and literally as I speak, the girls are out the back doing a stock take. So fingers crossed that will help reduce our oversold pressure. We potentially will still get that, only because of a sheer number of volume of orders going through for a single thing at a single time. The system may not refresh and it may be in multiple carts and not realizing that there isn't enough for all those carts. If it happens, what we do is we automatically refund that line item, the value of that item, back to your credit card, and we will do that for you. So we get reports of what's been oversold. And we don't want you to worry about that. We will make sure that gets straight back to your credit card so you can spend some more. We'll try and make it as easy as we can. We've got someone that's dedicated just to doing that. What else have I got there? Look, I made this for my troubleshooting sheet. The biggest thing too, digital. I can honestly, most of our issues are dislodged if you power your device down. But I really do recommend that you have a practice. Just check your email and your password when you log in. So many times people will tell us, oh, it's not working. And I know it's always the one that's not working. It's not working. And then when we go back into the back of the system, it is a typo. Or you're quite certain it's one thing and it is actually something else. So just practicing that logging in is huge, because if you think it's one password and it's actually something else, you've actually got the ability and the time to change that password and get it to something that's easy for you to get in, because trying to do that when we're having a tremendous amount of traffic trucking through the site on particularly Saturday and Sunday is really tough. So I cannot emphasize enough to practice. And then again, Kathy was just saying she did 7, what was it? 1 year hit 7 orders. Our record is 15. If anyone is wondering, we have had one person do 15 orders during Epic Sale. In fact, they almost made an order every day that the sale was on. So if you can make more than one order, that is no worries. As I said, if it's a pick up in store, you can collect all those orders in a bunch, which is exactly what this person did. We just literally created a carton for them, and the orders came in, we just whacked them in Kathy's carton, we used to call it. So and it's not this Kathy, but a different Kathy. So that's fine. If it's if you're an online person, they will just go out as I said, in the order that we receive them. And you'll just get lots of love turn up from the courier. And your partner or your husband will be thinking, with the courier with all those orders turning up. It'll be a bit of fun. Right, I'm going to get going. See, here I am thinking I was going to do 10 minutes and I did nearly half an hour. I need to get back onto this email so I can get it all ready for you. As I said, I'll be here Saturday. Next week diaries will be, I may do some videos in between, but I'll probably do diaries at 9. I think I said, 9. Just a quick sort of update, what's happening, what we've got coming in, because we will actually have some stuff on, hopefully, fingers crossed, on that Monday. So we'll stay in touch, and keep an eye out for the socials, keep an eye out for your inboxes. So if you haven't received an email from us, or you're not sure about whether or not you are on our email database, check your spam or junk folder, and just make sure that info@skeinz.com is in your address book, and that should get your order through to your inbox. If you're a Gmail user, they quite often end up in the promotions folder. So if you're looking for them, that's where they'll be. But other than that, I'm going to keep going, and I will talk to you guys again. I may even have a sneaky little kōrero with you on Saturday, depending on how I go, depending on how we are on Saturday after the orders opening midnight that night. So I will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.